Hey guys, welcome back, Attack. I'm Skyline Shore, and today we're going to take a look at the new free-to-play mobile game, World of Zombination. So, World of Zombination is something kind of similar to Clash of Clans, and I think in a lot of ways, but what makes it interesting is that it takes away the city building aspect, which at the same time might be a total killer to some people. I love the city building in Clash of Clans, but it really focuses on the tower defense and offense of that sort of style, the genre. It is a card collecting game in a sense. You do have to collect your party members, you have to collect these different monsters or these different survivors depending on your faction you do choose. At the beginning of the game, you choose either infected or survivors, and this actually defines how you play the game. If you are infected, you are tower offense. If you are the survivors, you are tower defense. And the maps seem to be randomly generated, and you don't really have any control over that, but you do have control over the positioning of your characters. So if you are survivors, you choose where you put them, just like normal tower defenses. Different units go in different places. And the infected, however, you have different units that you can spawn at different times, and you have to try to control their AI with a flare gun, or you have to herd around the AI. So yeah, it's a little bit weird gameplay-wise, mechanically, but once you get used to it, it's actually a lot of fun. And there is a lot of tactic and strategy in this game, especially not just with building units, but choosing when to spawn it and where. So for the card collecting aspect of the game, I think it's pretty interesting. You play the game, you can spend money to get better units instantly. I guess it's kind of pay to win in that sense, but you can just play it, you get the units anyways. It does work like card collecting, like you do have to actually like open card pack and get these characters, and also whenever you beat a mission, you have a random chance to kind of get rewards, and sometimes you get rare rewards, sometimes you don't. So yeah, there's a lot of RNG with it, with the progression of the game. But it's pretty cool that there's so many different kind of units, and sometimes a unit is very similar, but they react differently. So there's a runner, it's a very fast zombie, but then you have a delivery man, which is a very fast zombie that happens to explode. There's a lot of risk and reward as well, like for instance with the delivery man, it will actually destroy your own units. Some units are really slow and some units are ranged, but they're really weak and fragile, so you have to choose when exactly to place them so that you have the most optimum efficiency of their use. It's a lot of fun, I think, and there's actually some challenge to the game, though it was a little bit, I guess, uncomfortable with the fact that there is an autoplay option. Now, it's only if you are so overwhelmingly strong for that specific mission, then you are allowed to autoplay it because you'll certainly win, though it's more efficient to actually play it. So, you know, it's not like the game plays itself, but there are some options so that you can surpass or bypass some grind. Though the whole game, you know, being a collecting card game essentially, it's very attritious, so whoever has the better team will almost certainly always win, which is why the PvP is actually not live PvP, and that kind of sucks. I thought it was going to be live, but it's not. A robot. You play the AI. It is another player's deck. It is their characters, but they don't have any control over it. They just kind of get placed, you know? So it's a little bit awkward. And that goes for the single player as well. You can spend money to essentially just win the game, to have such overwhelmingly strong characters that you will win. So in that sense, maybe in a way it's pay to win, but still behind that, underneath it, this game has a lot of character. It looks really good. Now, if you are playing on older phones like I was, you are going to have some graphical difficulties. The game is going to have tons of frame rate drops. It's going to stutter. It's going to take forever loading. There's going to be some graphical issues. But if you're playing on any sort of like modern device, like in the past year, you're actually it's going to run very well. It's going to be very nice. And it's going to look very nice too. The game does look very nice, I think. And overall gameplay, I think this is a good game. I don't think it's going to be up to par with Clash of Clans. Clash of Clans just has such a more like open-ended endgame. Open-ended endgame. Okay, anyways, but there's just so much more that you can do. In this game, it's a little bit more linear, except for the card collecting component to it, where you are mixing and matching your different units, mixing and matching your different party members. But it is still a good game and absolutely worth trying. Thanks for watching, guys. Please come back, attack, and like and subscribe so that you can stay notified for all these new games coming out. We'll keep you in the loop.
So thanks for watching. Be sure to leave this video a like, subscribe. You can find us on Twitter. _Mark McDonald, NWC
No one wants to hear that shit.
No, they want to hear it. This is the first time they've made it all.
Maybe they do. No one wants to hear it. Everyone's like, oh, that was a really cool video. And then at the end, they're like, don't forget to subscribe. And everyone's like, oh, come on.
I tweet essentially to an open, empty room.